This is our storage space where all of the sets from the last few years are kept. And it's also a space in which we do quite a lot of building. And I suppose that the thing is that, you know, as part of our process, early on when we're making something, it feels useful to bring things into the room. So you bring some stuff into the room as toys and things that you can play with, that you sort of figure may give you some ideas. And we used to talk sometimes about sort of the building of things as being a bit like a kind of writing, because it basically opens a bunch of possibilities. And, you know, when you're making stuff, when you're rehearsing and inventing material, you tend to just play with the things that are in the room. So now I tend to think that it's my job to stick as much in the room at the beginning of the process so that we've got objects to play with. When we were working on Void's story, we got very interested in Foley sort of sound manufacture and old sort of radio techniques. So this is called a troop box. I sort of liked it because it was it's kind of nice shape, really. And as a sound effect, I mean, all of these things are meant to be closer mic'd, but the way in which you're meant to use it is it's really like the sound of marching troops. So. I also made what's called a creep box, which is quite a simple thing with a rope in it. And that's for doing a sort of variety of different creaky floorboards or doors. This is sort of commonly made in the, probably used more in the 40s or 50s for door effects. So you build a mini door and you put on it all the different locks that could exist, so you get all the sounds of things being unbolted. The wind machine, which did actually make it into the coming storm, which is a rather bigger construction. So these are pretty common, I guess 19th century wind effect that you get in theatres, or a lot of theatres have them. Of course, the quicker you turn the handle, it changes the pitch of it. Almost in any show there are chairs. We used a lot in Bloody Mess that used to get thrown around and broken. So we tended to collect like odd collections of chairs and used in different things. So these are from Speak Bitterness, these were from Pleasure, those are used in Void's story. This is the Daft Electric chair that I made. And in a way, I suppose we're sort of drawn to things that have been used before, like they have a kind of certain history to them. And when we were making the notebook, I was looking for identical chairs, and really looking for something that you would just look at and you would just think, okay, that's just a chair. And the only chair I found that I really liked was this one, which I think we'd found in Germany somewhere. But I only had one of them, which was immensely irritating. But what I did was, I figured I could probably make a chair. So I took that basic design and sort of mirrored it, though my joinery is obviously not quite as expert as this. And given that the notebook only has like a very simple floor and two chairs, I started to get a bit obsessed by what the chairs were. And I kind of like these because when people see the piece, nobody says anything about the chairs. They don't have an opinion. And I suppose as far as I'm concerned, that's good design, because nobody's noticed it. They just think it's a couple of old chairs.